Valley Club, it's been a while since we did this, but enough time has passed and enough of the meta has shifted that we're going to do this again. We're ranking every single character in Marvel Strike Force from best to worst. The best ones, the absolute worst, everyone in between. So if you're ready to see which ones are great and which characters are trash, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having an excellent day and I hope you're ready to count these down with me. We're gonna rank every single character in Marvel Strike Force, the best, the worst, everyone in between. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. We have at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week on the channel. But before we get this countdown, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video. And I want to thank the folks over at Raid for sponsoring this video. Their 6th anniversary is going on right now, so it's a great time to start a brand new account. That is exactly what I did because they let me choose 4 epics that you get for free if you're a brand new player. So I chose the best ones for you. If you're a new player on day 1, you'll get Uugo. A lot of players consider Uugo the best epic in the game because of her diverse debuffs, including an AoE block buff on your enemies, which is useful in most areas of the game. Then at level 25, which I got to on day 1, you'll get Tagoar, another top epic support champ. His passive mitigates damage and can revive all dead allies. And Rector Drath is another one of the top epics in the game. You'll get her for free at level 45. She places a continuous heal on her allies, also has a revive super strong. And at level 50, you got Mausoleum Mage for free. You can provide healing, speed, and a cleanse to your entire team. And if all those epics aren't enough, you can get a legendary for free on day 1. Within your first 24 hours, use the code SUPREME6 to get the legendary Void Champ Supreme Gaelic. Or within your first 24 hours, use the code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, another great legendary attacker. Supreme Gaelic's gonna be better for PvE content. Sun Wukong better for PvP content. The choice is yours which one to get, but make sure when you're downloading Raid to use my link in the description or scan that QR code to get all those OP goodies for free. And of course, check out my 2nd channel all about Raid Shadow Legends. But let's get into this tier list, and I do want to explain what all these tiers are. So S tier, these are the best characters in the game. You could confidently take them at the level 105 right now and probably put some gear tier 20 pieces. Now, you might not want to put it right away, but eventually you probably want to take these characters into the Professor X saga. So you probably eventually want to gear tier 20 these characters. They're going to be great in a lot of game modes. A tier characters are also great in a lot of game modes, but you may not want to take them into the Professor X saga. They're not going to be valuable in areas such as Arena, but they may give you value in multiple places like Raids and Crucible, or Raids and War, or maybe all 3 of those game modes. B tier are characters that are just going to have a lot of value in War, Crucible, or Battle World. You do need to build these if you're really into one of these game modes. Raid only is the next B tier because I think you need to be building both of these tiers. So Raid characters, you do need to build them because that's something that you need to do every day. And then C tier characters, these are characters that have some niche value. So they will have some value in one game mode, probably not the Raids because you need to have the Raids every day, but they will give you value in maybe Crucible, War, Battle World, in some niche hybrid team. And F tier, this is where most of the characters in the game are going to land. They're going to be total trash. So let's just start this list. And niche tier is where Abomination is going to land. I still use the Gamma team. I still see people play Spider Society on defense in War, and the Gamma team pretty much smashes that. And any weaker non-meta team, the Gamma team will still smash that. We have Absorbing Man, and I'd say at this point, Absorbing Man is probably, I'd say he does have some niche value. He's a Preton tank, so he's going to have some value, even if the Masters of Evil are not very valuable. Now, Adam Warlock did get some niche value because of the way that bleeds were done in Null boss fight in Battle World. That was taken away, so Adam Warlock at this point is a trash character. Agatha is a really, really good character, part of that Night Stalkers team, and Night Stalkers are really good in multiple game modes. I'd say that Agatha is still an A tier character. You could take her to level 105, level 100, not level 1005, but yeah, it should be level 100 here. You could take her up to that level. Agent Venom, even with that symbiote tag and Null's introduction to the game, still a trash character. Let's just not even talk about the AIM characters. Let's put them all in the trash bin here because none of them are deserving a spot on this list. Cho, just like Abomination, goes in the C tier because of the value in War for that Gamma team. We really don't have a lot of value at all for America Chavez. Well, maybe a little bit. I mean, there are some teams that allow to go a little faster in War defense, so maybe some niche value for War defense is where we're going to have America Chavez. We have the bald ancient one. She is A tier character. The Astral team is very good, obviously in Battle World, but very good in War and Crucible as well. Ant-Man is total trash. What is this? Anti-Venom, total trash. Apocalypse, one of the best characters in the game. Yes, he did lose some value with the introduction of Null, but still very useful. He's still on my arena team, even if he doesn't do his empowered basic. Archangel, unfortunately, is a trash character. I haven't really used him in a long time. Ares, I would say he is a great War / Crucible character. Has a little bit of value in Battle World. I would put him confidently in a B tier category. You may have him in A tier because you may like War a little bit more than I do, but I'd say at this point, just B tier for Ares. Now Zemo does have a little bit he did have a little value last time. I have not used him in Crucible at all. He did have a little niche value previously, the Cabal team. Maybe if you're a newer player, don't have a lot of the other newer options, you might still use him there, but I say at this point, unfortunately, still a trash character. Beast got a huge rework and is useful in the raids as part of the Uncanny Avengers. He's useful in Crucible as part of the Immortal X-Men. So Beast, very, very good character. Build him, gonna give you value in multiple game modes. Beta Ray Bill is absolute trash. Even if the version of Killing Tower comes back with the Asgardians, Beta Ray Bill, do not build him. We have Bishop that gets some value on defense and Cosmic Crucible. I'm not sure how that's gonna shape up with season 14 comes around, but he has a little bit of niche value, is kind of a Preton tank on some teams, so I'm gonna put him in a niche category, but yeah, he's losing a lot of value. The Illuminati team, they're very good in Cosmic Crucible, and Black Bolt is on one of those teams that is featured a little heavily on defense in Cosmic Crucible with Odin and Illuminati. Now, sometimes he is getting off the team, so he is losing some value because sometimes Preton tanks or Null in that spot is a little more valuable. Black Cat, I think she is still an A tier character, or actually maybe B tier. She's not really used in multiple game modes, maybe pretty much just Crucible and War right now, and any nodes that you could use her in to clear waves in Battle World. Black Knight, I still think he is a A-tier character. Yes, I was going to move him to B because of he's not useful in certain game modes, but I think if you're early character, I was going to say maybe early characters for Arena, but yeah, I don't think it has Arena value there. So I think he's still an A-tier character. He does a lot of the heavy lifting for Crucible teams, War teams. Very, very good character. Wakandans are absolute trash. My goodness, they've read rework I don't know how many times in this game, and none of them really did them justice. Black Panther Shuri, though, it's not on the Wakandan team. She's actually a pretty good character as part of the Illuminati. I'm going to place her in that same category as Black Bolt because the Illuminati, they are pretty good. We have some niche value for the Infestation team. I think when this season of War goes away, Infestation that has a lot of bonuses right now, I think they will lose a lot of value. So I'm going to put her in niche value right now. Blade, like the rest of the Night Stalkers, one of the best characters in the game, one of the best tiers in the game. A tier character for Blade, and he is a character that you might want to take into Dark Dimension, almost an S tier character, but because he doesn't really have that arena value, not in that arena rotation, I'm not going to put him as an A tier character, but really, really good. Blob is total trash. Bucky Barnes, total trash. Bullseye, total trash. Cable does have some value. I'm not sure if I want to play some A or B. Let's play some B right now. He does have a pretty important rewind, a speed rewind in Cosmic Crucible for that Immortal X-Men team. Captain America, man, he is still part of the out-of-time team that still has a little bit of value. I'm going to play some niche value right now because I still use the out-of-time team sometimes in War. All right, this version of Captain America is total trash. Captain Britain, though, I'd say he is an A-tier character, not only on the Illuminati, but also outside of the Illuminati. That speed bar, or not gaining that speed bar, is a valuable passive in a lot of different game modes, a lot of different teams. I would put the out-of-time team still at a niche tier value. They haven't fallen off all the way yet. She just got a new costume. Unfortunately, as nice as her costume looks, she is going into trash tier. Carnage does have a little bit of value and maybe having that value for a little while. We don't have a replacement announced for the Hive Mind team in the new raids yet, so I would say he's a raid character at this point. Yeah, they don't have a strong bio replacement, so he's still one of the better characters there and may still be one of the better characters with that speed that speed that he gives with his passive. Cloak still has a little bit of value in Cosmic Crucible. I used them earlier today to clean up a team in Cosmic Crucible. So Cloak still okay in Cosmic Crucible. I wouldn't put it in the B tier category because the new Warriors at this point are more of a cleanup team, but they still get some use in Cosmic Crucible. Colleen Wing, total trash. Colossus, total trash. Corvus Glaive, whatever this guy's name is, total trash. We'll put Cosmic Ghost Rider up with the rest of the Out of Time team because they are still kind of used. But the previous team, the Nova team, the Nowhere team, Cosmo, you are trash. Phil Coulson, trash. Crossbones, one of the scariest characters in the first few months of the game. Total trash since then. Crystal, total trash with her weird eyes. Call Obsidian, total trash. Got a little bit. I'll put Cyclops in that niche value. Actually, no, let's put him in trash category because Old Man Logan is going to take his spots in the mutant section of the raids. Yeah, with the new Chaotic Storm raids, I think Cyclops has no value in that. You might want to use them in some defenses, Cosmic Crucible War, but I don't think they're going to hold. So I'm going to put him in trash. He might be C tier niche for you. We're going to put this girl Dagger in the niche tier as well. Dakin is great in War and maybe in the next season of Cosmic Crucible, but currently in the Ultimate 32, don't really use the mercs for money. Didn't really use them too much last season as well, so I'd say at this point, Dakin is pretty much a War character. Daredevil is getting a rework. Actually, no, he's not getting a rework. We're getting a new version of Daredevil. This version of Daredevil, total trash. Don't build this guy. Dark Beast, I'd say at this point is pretty trash. We have, what is his name? The Pegasus character. Can't remember his name. He is trash, though. He was pretty good back in the day. Dazzler is pretty trash. Deadpool is going to go up in this tier with Dakin. Great in War as part of the merch for money. Not too much use outside of that. Actually, yeah, let's keep him in the B tier because merch for money is still a strong team. Deathlock is trash. Deathpool is part of that merch for money, so we're gonna put it in a B tier. She also kind of doubles up as a cleanup team with the new Warriors and that niche value as well. Doc Ock, I would say that we still use him enough in Cosmic Crucible and War as part of the most superior and Sinister 6. He gets that B tier value. Doctor Strange goes up to A tier with that Astral value because Astral is very good in a lot of places. Also, you could use him on hybrid teams in Crucible, War, Battle World. He fits the bill for a lot of these teams here. Dr. Voodoo is trash and has been for a while. Domino is trash and has been for a while. Dr. Doom is not used a lot. His use went down significantly, but I would say that he still gets enough use that Ultimate is still pretty impactful that we gotta worry about him. So I would put him in the niche tier category. Dormammu, I would put him in the B tier. I almost put him in the niche value, but with the way the revives are going in Cosmic Crucible, needing a few extra revives, I think this season, season 14, he might be a B tier character, maybe C tier, but I'm gonna place him in a B for this list. Drax is a pretty taunt tank and has been listed pretty high in some of the lists because of that, but we're gonna quote trash for him on this list. Ebony Maw, trash. We got some niche value from Echo because she doesn't allow assists, so she's a great counter for some of the Odin teams that you might see on defense because yeah, if he's not gonna assist, he's not gonna get that empowered state as quick. He still will get it if you don't kill him quickly, but Echo, you get a little more time with Echo. Elektra is trash. Electro is trash. Electra is getting a rework and will be needed for the raids, maybe outside of that as well, but not too many playtesting is done with her, so she may rise up to the A tier, but for right now, I'm gonna put her in a B tier. Elsa Bloodstone's total trash. We still have a lot of value from Emma Frost, a lot of niche value because of her passive, helping you win that mirror matches, so we're gonna put her in a niche tier. We're gonna put the rest of the Astral in the A tier because they have a lot of value in multiple game modes, especially Battle World, but also Crucible, also War. Falcon is a good piece for the Uncanny Avengers, good piece for the Mighty Avengers, so double value there. He gets a B tier for us. We got this, what is this guy? Phantom X, he is trash. We got Firestar as a niche character, as a cleanup team, and the new Warriors in Cosmic Crucible. Forge, I think Forge, you still need to have Forge on your roster. We don't have a mutant replacement for the raids yet, so at this point, Forge is one of the better characters for the team. Gambit also on that team. Gamora is in an interesting spot, though. She didn't get reworked, but Moondragon did. I'd say Gamora, just like Adam Warlock, unfortunately, is going to be trashed just right now. Ghost is gonna get a rework, part of that Thunderbolts team that was voted on, but until she gets that, she is gonna be a trash character. Once she gets that rework though, she's gonna climb up the ranks pretty high. The original Ghost Rider, I don't use him a lot. I'd say he's a trash character. And I use Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes a little less than Black Cat. I would say B or C. Where do we go with this Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes? I'm gonna go C. I think that's a little harsh for him, but I don't think he's as valuable as Black Cat because Black Cat does a little bit more than just being a secret defender. We have Ghost Spider here. I'd say at this point, is she a trash character? We don't have the Vigilante team in yet. I'd say at this point, because the Vigilante team's not fully here as I'm recording this, we'll give the Spider Society a little bit of value, but when the Vigilantes are fully here, she's gonna go in the trash bin. No real value for her. Gladiator, one of the best characters in the game, is part of the arena meta. There's about 8 characters that fit in that 5-character rotation for the arena team. Gladiator is one of them that is in that rotation. So is Gore. Gore, a great character for arena and multiple game modes. Gravitron is exactly opposite though, total trash character. Original Green Goblin, I'd say he's still a niche character right now because of the infestation team and the war rules that we have going on right now, but yeah, very niche. Green Goblin Classic, however, is one of the better characters in the game. Not all the way at A tier because of Superior, Sinister Six, they have the outdated stats and they're not as valuable in Crucible as they once were, so good character, but I'm gonna go B tier. I'm gonna go B tier for a lot of these Starjammers as well, except for Lalandra. I think Lalandra has value outside of the game mode. I think with these Starjammers though, they're just on the Crucible team. A lot of their kits don't really extend past Crucible. All right, we have Guardian here, and Guardian you would need for the raids. I know some people use him for the offense up and hybrid teams. I'm gonna rate him at a B. I don't think he's strong enough to be rated as an A tier character right now. Gwenum is on that Hive Mind team, just like Ghost Spider, until we get the Vigilante team. Once we get the Vigilante team in the game, Gwenum going down to the trash bin. We got the Gwen Pool, part of that cleanup team for the new Warriors, and a pretty good cleanup team as well. All of the hand, I know some people are going to be disappointed by this, especially with Nobu being that reviver character that can still revive after he's dead, but hand, pretty trashy. If we're not going for the memes, Hand is a trash team. If we are going for the memes, Hand is a great team. All right, Hank is going to go right next to Black Panther Shuri here. Very good character. We got Havoc. We're gonna place Havoc right next to Groot as part of that Starjammers team. Great in Cosmic Crucible, not the dominant, no-brainer team that can just beat everything in Cosmic Crucible, but very good in Cosmic Crucible. They can beat certain problems you have in Cosmic Crucible. Hawkeye, total trash. Doctor Strange, Heartless, total trash. We got Heimdall, total trash. Hela is gonna be a war character. We're gonna move her up to B tier for war because the Undying team is pretty good in war. All right, Hercules, we're gonna move him up to B as well because he's great in the raids. You need him for the Uncanny Avengers. He's great in the Mighty Avengers in war as well. Howard the Duck is gonna go in that tier as well, part of that Starjammers team. He's very good on that Starjammers team in Cosmic Crucible, but outside of that, I don't see a lot of use for Howard the Duck. Hulk is gonna go with the rest of the gamma in that niche C tier category. Hulk Buster is total trash. Johnny Storm, total trash. Hydra is a trash team. Don't build these guys. They're not very good. Iceman is a trash character. Sometimes Icarus still gets some use. He's not total trash yet. He was one of the best characters with Cersei back in the day, but we're gonna go C tier for what is it? Icarus. All right, Invisible Woman is a good character. We're gonna go C. Now we'll go War. The Mighty Avengers are a pretty good team, so we'll go War. We'll go B tier for Invisible Woman. Both Iron Mans are totally useless right now. Both Ironhearts are totally useless right now. I would say both Iron Mans are totally useless right now as well. Iron Patriot is a good character for Crucible right now. The Cabal is still in the meta in Cosmic Crucible, so he goes into the B tier. Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, total trash. Jean Grey goes up to the B tier category. Very good in the raids, very good in Crucible. Don't really use her outside of that. I guess pretty good in war, but mainly for Crucible. I don't think she's good enough to bring up to that A tier. Actually, nah. Jean will bring up. We won't bring the rest of the team up, but we'll go Jean up in the A tier. All right, Jessica Jones, trash. Jubilee, trash. Juggernaut, trash. Kahori is a great character. I'm not gonna go as high as S tier for her, but we'll put her in the A tier category because she, unlike the rest of the Absolute Ape Force, is one of the characters that's gonna be very dominant outside of it. She's so dominant they had to make a rule just for Cosmic Crucible for her. So once that rule is expired, she's gonna have a lot of her value back. Kang is a great character, not just on the Masters of Evil, but fits on a lot of teams. I would say Kang is still an A tier character at this point. Karnak, trash. Kate Bishop, trash. I don't want to put Kestrel in the trash category. She is pretty useless, but just because she's a Marvel Strike Force original, and with these originals, they do get reworked. So down the road, I think she will have some value. But as right now, she's pretty trashy. I just can't bring myself to put her in the trash category. So she is a niche character right now. Killmonger is trash. Kingpin is trash. Kitty Pryde is trash. Null, one of the best characters in the game. Now, he's not going to be great on defense. He can be beaten easily on defense with certain teams, certain matchups. Certain matchups is going to be hard to beat on defense. But yeah, he's an A tier, S tier category character right now. Korath is trash. Korg is trash. We have some... let's go niche. Let's go war. Let's go B tier because he's great in war and Crucible. Craven, even though he's losing value, I'd still rate him pretty high for that. All right, all the Kree minions, pretty much all the minions that are in the game right now are total trash. Do not build any minions in the game. Even if you're a new player, just bite the bullet, wait for a little bit, get better characters, build those guys up. Lady Deathstrike, let's bring her up onto the A tier category. She's a great character, huge damage. We're gonna go B tier for Battle World and Crucible for leader. He is a great character as well. Same thing for Lalandra. Actually, we're gonna go a little higher with Lalandra because she is needed for the Professor X unlock. Not an option. She's a requirement for Professor X. A tier for Lalandra. Lizard, I would say he's gonna be a niche character. Not as good as Craven, not as good as some of the other Superior Six, but he is used on certain use cases, so he's a niche character at this point. Loki, his kit is pretty good. I would say that it gets no use right now, but yeah, a trash character. The rest of the Bifrost pretty trash. Longshot trash. Luke Cage trash. Madeline Pryor trash. Magic trash. Magneto trash, and Man-Thing is good. Part of that Night Stalkers team. I'm gonna go A tier for Man-Thing. Really good character there. Mantis was the best healer in the game for about a week. Then Minerva came out and everybody forgot about Mantis. Maria Hill, trash. M'Baku, trash. Some pretty good war value for Medusa. Let's put her in the B tier category. Yeah, Kahori should be in the A, a little higher than Medusa. Mephisto, one of the best characters in the game, goes all the way up to the S tier. No thought about it. You guys don't need me to explain why Mephisto is so good. Rest of the minions, they are going to the trash bin. All the Merc minions going to the trash bin. Minerva was one of the best healers in the game. That's actually the best healer in the game. But right now, total trash. Misty Knight, total trash. You still get a little new warrior, new Avenger value in war. So I'm going to put the new Avengers in the C tier category. Moondragon is very good. Part of the Astral team. Updated stats. Huge rework. She goes in the A tier category for Moondragon. Moon Knight is... do we want him for... I think we'd build him for just the raids. He does slot into a few of these other teams, like these A tier teams for the raids, but he does get replaced a lot. If you're replacing somebody on the Night Stalkers, it's usually going to be Moon Knight. So he's good. You can use him on other teams, but I'm going to put him in the B tier for Moon Knight. All right, Moonstone is going to go in the C tier. The new warriors do have that niche value. Morbin Time is no longer relevant. He is trash. Mordo is total trash. Morgan Le Fay does get some niche value. I don't use her a lot. I don't really see her a lot, but she still has a strong kit. So I'm going to put her in niche. I don't think I could put her in a trash category. Mr. Fantastic. I almost want to put him in the trash category because he gets out of the slot of the Illuminati a lot, but I'm going to put it in niche value because if you don't have Odin or some of these other characters that to pair with Illuminati on defense, you might want to use Mr. Fantastic. Not Iron Man. Iron Man is total trash, even with the Illuminati tag. Mr. Negative, no, trash. Mr. Sinister, the character that I thought would never get outdated, did get outdated. He is trash. Miss Marvel Classic does have a little bit of... No, that's not Miss Marvel Classic. That is the original Miss Marvel. She is trash. Miss Marvel Classic is a pretty good character. We're going to put her right next to Medusa in that B tier. And then we got Miss Marvel Classic. No, Hardlight. Hardlight is her name. We're gonna put her next to Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. Secret Defenders are still very good, but again, I think Black Cat needs to be rated a little above the other two Secret Defenders. Multiple Man, trash. We have some niche value from Mysterio. I don't use him a lot. I know he is on certain teams, so I would say, no, you know what? Mysterio gets a little more use than some of the other Sinister and Superior 6. We're gonna bump him into the B tier category for this list. Mysterio, Mystique, trash. Nakia, trash. Namor, good character, part of the Cabal team. We're gonna put him up with the rest of the Cabal in that B tier category. Nebula, trash. Negasonic, trash. Nemesis, trash. Nick Fury, trash. Nico, trash. Nightcrawler is a good character though. We're gonna bump him up. Where should he go? I think he's gonna go into the B tier. Yeah, he is a great raid character, great in Crucible and War. I think he's gonna be the only Extreme X-Men that's still gonna be relevant after the next mutant team comes out for the raids. All right, we got Night Nurse, trashy character. Nimrod, great damage, especially if you have a lot of Sentinels on a field. He's a B tier character right now. Nobu, unfortunately, I know a lot of people want it to be good, but he is trash. Northstar is an okay character. Where do I rate Guardian? Guardian is a B tier, so Northstar is going to be in that same category here. Nova, I don't know if I can put him in the trash category. Nah, he's a trash character. We'll put him in the trash category. Oath goes all the way through the rest of the Night Stalkers at that A tier, or the rest of most of the Night Stalkers at that A tier. She's a great character, lots of damage. Odin goes immediately up to the S tier. Run, don't walk when you unlock Odin. Gear him up, put all the gear that you have on him. I'm gonna bring him up to gear tier 20. I think you should as well. The only thing is, when do you want to do this? Especially if you're going for that Professor X unlock. You probably want to build them up to gear tier 20, but you might want to do some other characters first that might appear earlier in that rotation for Professor X. Okoye, trash. Old Man Logan, I don't think I could put him in the S tier at this point, but he is a strong A tier character. He did lose a lot of value. There's a lot of counters to him, and he's still one of the best non-mythic characters in the game, in my opinion. Original Omega Red, I still see people using Weapon X, so I'm gonna place just Omega Red in the niche category. The rest of them I'm gonna place in the trash. We have Omega Sentinel, and like the rest of the Sentinels, like the rest of the Orcus, I mean, very good. Panda Pool, we're gonna rate with Dakin and the rest of these guys. We're gonna put them in the B tier category. Great for the mercs for money. All right, the niche value, we're gonna put Penny in the niche value with the rest of the Spider Society. Same thing with Peter B. But once the Vigilante team's fully in the game, these guys they're probably still gonna have some niche value, but the rest of the Gwenom and Ghost Spider will move down to trash. I think Peter B and Penny will still have that C tier value. Phoenix, part of that Phoenix Force team. Let's say she's B tier right now, along with Omega Red, the new Omega Red, the Phoenix Force Omega Red. We have some niche value still for Photon. They are okay at in War, but yeah, probably not very valuable. Phylavel, not very good. We have Polaris as part of the Crucible team. I'm gonna rate them in a B tier. I'm gonna put her in a B tier for this. We have Proxima Midnight, not very good. Psylocke, not very good at this point, although that Psylocke boss on the new raid's pretty strong. All right, Punisher is getting a rework, and for that, we're gonna put him on the B tier right now. Just like Elektra though, once these characters come into the game and we have more testing with them, Elektra and Punisher might be rising up these ranks, maybe in the A tier, depending how they do in other game modes. Pyro, total trash. Quake, one of the best characters at one time, but is total trash right now. Quicksilver is not as useful as he once was, but I'm not gonna put him as total trash. He does still have some use, so I'm gonna put him C tier right now. The Ravager minions, trash. All right, we have another Hive Mind characters, and Hive Mind is the Biosolution right now. They are going away. So actually, we put Carnage in the B tier. We'll put Red Goblin the B tier as well. They're gonna move down. Both of these characters are gonna move down once we get a new Biosolution for the raids. Red Guardian, I love this character, but this guy is trash in the game. Red Hulk, I think he's a niche character. He does fit on a few hybrid teams in Crucible, still very good in War as well, but I think Red Hulk, we're gonna go We'll go B tier for Red Hulk. The rest of the Gamma team does not get used in Crucible. Red Hulk sometimes does because that synergy he has with Apocalypse. Red Skull was used a little bit with that Cabal team, but is a total trash character right now. Rescue is total trash. Rhino, I say he's kind of trashy. I was kind of debating between a niche character and trash. I'd say he's kind of trash at this point. We're gonna put Rocket up with the rest of the Starjammers up here in the B tier for their Cosmic Crucible value. Rogue, I think, still has some value. Maybe not B tier, but she's a C tier category. She is all over the place on defense in Crucible. All right, Ronin, trash. The other Ronin is gonna be a niche character for the New Warriors value in war. We have Sabretooth, trash. Captain Sam is a great character. Let's keep moving him up. How far are we gonna move him up? Let's put him at the B tier with the rest of Liberty. Yeah, great character on the Liberty, great in war. Little lower rating because I don't think he's valuable in other game modes. All right, great Preton tank here. Sasquatch, let's go up to B for Sasquatch. I think we'll go A because he's a raid character and very good in other game modes as well. I think that's what we're doing for these ratings. All right, we have a reworked Mighty Avenger. I think we're gonna go B tier for Mighty Avenger as well. Trash for Scarlet 20, whatever that character's name. We haven't used it in a while. Scientist Supreme goes up to B tier as well for us. Scream, total trash. We got Sentinel. I'm gonna put Sentinel up the A tier because we need the Orcus team for the raids and very good in Crucible and War. All right, Cersei, we're gonna put him with Icarus here. I just think they're not used as much as they were. They were super dominant before. They're not like they were before, but they're not total trash yet. Especially the combo of Cersei and Icarus is still pretty strong. Shadow King, one of the best non-mythic characters in the game, goes immediately up to A tier with Old Man Logan, the other best non-mythic character in the game. Shang-Chi, total trash. Sharon Carter, total trash. Shatterstar, total trash. She-Hulk is a Gamma member, so she's gonna go up in this niche value with the rest of the Gamma team. Shield minions, these guys are bad. Shield Medic, as much as I love this character and his new cool outfit, yeah, not gonna really be used for this character, so all the Shield minions go there. So does Shocker, so does Shuri, so does Sif, and Silver Samurai. Silver Surfer, I think some new players can still use them in Arena if they don't have Odin, Apocalypse, or any of the mythic characters. So he's still gonna have some niche value for newer players and can fit on some of the hybrid teams as well. He does have some of the newer stats since his rework. The spiders are not very good. We'll go 2099, some niche value as well. He is a good character that I use a bunch of times, but I end up using Weaver a lot more than 2099. This guy, big time. He has some niche value part of the infestation, but I think when these war rules goes away, like the rest of the infestation, losing a lot of value. Noir is a good character and works on the Spider Society, works on a few other teams, still has that original Crucible value tags, but I think he's gonna be in a niche category. He is pretty fast, does give you a value in a few different game modes, but he's gonna be niche at this point, especially with the Vigilantes right around the corner. Pav, unlike the rest of the Spider Society, does have a little bit more value. Pav is the only Spider Society member that's going to go in the B tier. Haven't really used him so far in the Ultimate 32, but will be using him the next season in Cosmic Crucible, probably on some hybrid teams. Punk is trashy Punk. We have Spider Slayer that's going to go up into, where do we go? I think Spider Slayer is a little better than Lizard. I think he's around the same level as Kraven, Mysterio. So going up to the B tier for Slayer. Spider Weaver, I think is a little better than some of these other characters. I think we go Spider Weaver, the A category. I think that accuracy, the disrupting the accuracy with their passive is very strong. Spider Woman did have a bunch of use case for a little bit, but right now total trash. Same thing with Squirrel Girl. We're gonna, man, I want to put him in the trash category, but just for consistency with the rest of the out of time, we'll go C tier for that guy that I can't remember his name. Star Lord. He can give some energy right now, but he has such old stats, pretty trashy right now. He's probably gonna die as soon as you bring him in battle. Same thing with Star Lord Annihilation. Stature is pretty trashy. we got to give a pretty good rating to Storm, because Storm is great, and the damage that she could deal in the raids, outside of the raids, very, very strong. Actually, I just see Falcon right here. Falcon is a raid character, so he deserves that A spot as well, not a B spot. Let's just go through this again and make sure that there's no changes. These are not raid characters, right? Actually, Hercules goes up here for war. Okay, those are the changes that I want to make. Strife is trash. Sunfire is on the team, so is Sunspot. Right now, they are a niche characters, but they will move down significantly once we get a new mutant team for the raids. Super Skrull is an A character, and it's probably going to be an A character for a long time. I don't think he's ever going to be up in an ST character category, and I think it's going to be a while before he drops down to the B tier because of this way his speed works. Infestation member Swarm goes up to the niche value category. Bifrost goes into the trash bin. Void Knight and the Hive Mind team. I think Void Knight can be I don't know. Let's keep him in the C tier because he's lost a lot of value. He is pretty good, but he did lose a lot of value. This Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man, trash. Taskmaster will get a rework. Until he does, he is gonna be a trash character. Star-Lord T'Challa is trash. Original Thanos is trash. Thanos Endgame, though, is one of the best characters in the game. He is one of these characters involved in the arena meta. Next character, Thing. What team is he on? He's on the New Avengers, so we're gonna put him in the C tier category. New Avengers are still okay in war. Thor, trash. Infinity War Thor, trash. Tigra, like Thing, is on that New Warrior, so goes in that niche category there. Titania is also a niche character, sometimes pairs with Kang and the rest of the Cabal team for Cosmic Crucible. Toad, trash. Ultimus, where do we rate him? Is he a niche character? I think at this point, at least for me, he's a niche character. If he's a little different for you, let me know where you have him rated. There he is. Yeah, niche value right there. All right, next character, Ultron. Gosh, I have not used Ultron in a while. He has a very unique kit, but I think at this point he's a trash character. The rest of these guys, the rest of the, what is this team? The US Agent and Union Jack, pretty trashy. Val is not used a lot, but because she can sometimes be good in Dark Dimension, I'm gonna place her in niche value, especially because she's a original character. I think that they will give some reworks for her down the road. Valkyrie is trash. Venom on the bio section in the raids right now gets replaced by Super Skrull, so even in the raids on the Hive Mind team is not a very good character, so he is gonna be trash. Vision, I would give him a little benefit of the doubt in that Mighty Avengers, put him in niche value. Viv Vision is total trash. Vulture, very, very good character. Let's bring him up in, not all the way to A. Let's go B tier for him. He's not as valuable as he once was. War Machine is a part of that Liberty team, and the Liberty team is very good in war and they're actually pretty good in Cosmic Crucible as well. Wasp is an okay member of the Absolute A Force. We're gonna go B tier for her because actually no, we'll go C tier. War, very good on the Absolute A Force, but don't really use her, don't really see her in other game modes as well. White Tiger, trash. Winter Soldier, trash. Wolverine is a member of the Alpha Flight, which is still needing a spotlight raid, so he is gonna go up to the niche value category. A couple more characters here. Wong, total trash. X-23 still used kind of in that hybrid, what is that, Workman X team, but I'd say at this point, still trash. Yelena, trash. Yellow Jacket, trash. Yondu, trash. Yo-Yo, trash. And the rest of the Undying characters are gonna go up with Hela in the, where did it rate Hela? B tier category. So the rest of the Undying goes there as well. Very good in war, not as good outside of war. Let's do the two-step process of bringing both these characters up at once. And let's put them all the way up in the B tier for Zombie Juggernaut. And there we go. All the zombies, all the Undying is in that B tier category. All right, we got two more. Falcon Joaquin. He is going to be with the rest of the Liberty. Let's move him up to this spot on the B tier with the rest of the war characters. And same thing with Peggy Carter, all the way up there. And let's go there. All right, so let's look at this one more time. S tier, these are the characters that you definitely want to build up to level 105, tier 20. Eventually, you might want to wait on them, like I said, before the Professor X saga, but these are characters that you're definitely taking in Professor X if you have them unlocked. These are characters that are good in the raids and other game modes. Wolverine, Old Man Logan is very good in the region section of the raids, even though he's not supposed to be a raid character. B tier, pretty satisfied with this. I don't see any characters that are standing out that I need to move. Raid characters right here don't really have a lot of value. Exception to this is going to be Punisher and Elektra because we don't know what their value is outside of the raids. Niche value, these guys still have some value, and I would not build a lot of these characters except for the ones that I mentioned that might be pretty good. Iron Man is the only possible exception if you don't have Captain Britain unlocked. But let me know what you think of it. Do you agree, disagree with some of the choices? Pretty satisfied with the S tier, but I think a lot of the other characters could be moved up, maybe one tier, maybe moved down one tier. Let me know your thoughts though. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, leave it a like. Check out some of my other videos. Check out my second channel, all about Raid Shadow Legends, and I'll see you guys next time. And if you want to see what are the best characters in Marvel Strike Force today, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Have a great one, guys.